Why isn't Jada Pinkett Smith in prison? Why isn't that horrible woman in prison? Is it me, or is Jada Pinkett Smith actually morphing into a demonic demon right in front of our faces? This woman is being cursed right in front of our faces, y'all. This woman has so many demons and just an evil, evil person. She's mental. She has a lot of problems that are going on in her head. And she's toxic. And we're watching it play out from her little Red Table Talk series and just how she manipulates her children to go against their own father. How she does everything in her power to humiliate her husband in front of the world. And women see this and they praise her for it. They praise her mental breakdown in front of us. You don't even have to have spiritual eyes to see what is going on right now with this demonic woman. And because we keep giving her, well, not the men. We not giving her any excuses. A lot of the real men aren't giving her any excuses at all. But a lot of American black women in particular are giving this woman all type of excuses. Now, we watched Jada Pinkett Smith over the years. Her ratchet ass career, just in shambles. A man comes and save her. A captain save a hoe, because Will Smith is a simp. He came and saved her from herself. And she's just destructive. But we see it happening. But the good news is a lot of us brothers and a lot of us, black content creators can call it out, can put her on blast, and to show her evilness and what she is doing. Now, how you can be in a 20-something year relationship with a man, him being the breadwinner, him being the one who basically makes you the celebrity that you are, because you're a celebrity through him. Your dreams are really through him, because he's the superstar. Will Smith, your husband. And she hates it. She can't stand it. See, if she was the superstar in the relationship, she wouldn't be with Will Smith. And if she would have gotten with Will Smith, she would have hated him even more than what she hates him now. She would have degraded him even more than what she does now. See, she needs Will Smith because no other man will take her. And no other man will take care of her the way Will Smith does. But she doesn't respect Will Smith. He's soft. She doesn't respect him. But like a lot of women, they don't respect men like Will Smith. They don't respect them. Like Woke Salt and Pepper from the group Salt and Pepper, she wrote, something down saying, listen, he came at me one time. Will Smith wanted to date me. He wanted to take me out, but he wasn't my type. Now I wish I had have gotten with him. This is what she says now. She wish she would have. And low key, I think they would have probably been a cool couple. You know what I'm saying? But she like dudes like Tretch. You know what I'm saying? She like dudes like Tretch, though. Ups to Tretch, because, I like Tretch. I like Naughty by Nature. You know what I'm saying? That was my group back in the day. Grew up listening to that group. But what type of mother would take their teenage son's friends, barely teenagers, not even barely legal friends, have sex with them, mentally manipulate them because she feels like she has to control the situation and she has to heal someone? That's fucking mentally sick. And if that isn't narcissist behavior, I don't know what is. That's narcissistic ass behavior. But she felt like she had to heal. Now, we all thought that was fucked up, but women were trying to justify that. They were trying to justify her doing that. Now, if the shoe was on the other foot, Will Smith would have had sex with one of Willow's friends, they would have torn Will Smith down. But Jada, Pinkett Smith, she holds no accountability, for the recklessness that she's done. But it's high time that she starts being held accountable. Now her son is making more allegations towards his horrible mother, saying that she used to give him psychedelics to help him with his depression. Now, first of all, why is your child depressed? And why don't you have him in counseling? And why aren't you just being a better parent? You gave him psychedelics, y'all? So not only is she a horrible wife, she's a we know she's a horrible mother because she was teaching her young daughter Willow to write letters to a dead man, Tupac, saying, "I wish you were here now, and my mommy misses you and wants to be with you so much, and you could be my daddy." And who does shit like that? But all the while, Will Smith is staying with her, because to me, I think it's a bigger picture than what we're actually seeing. To me, I believe that it's a method to Will Smith's madness as to why he's just tolerating this bullshit and putting up with her. Because he knows it's just cheaper to keep her. But in my personal opinion, she gonna end up missing. She gonna end up, unalived. Something's gonna happen to her where she gonna have an overdose. Something's gonna happen to her. That's what I believe. Because she's reckless. I mean, she's just reckless. And in Will Smith's right mind, why would any man want to stay with a toxic woman like her, embarrassing him on every level and every turn you can think of? It was just funny to me how Will Smith can laugh at Chris Rock, making a comment that he made about, his wife looking like some character from a movie. And then when she turns and looks in disappointment and anger, now his whole attitude changes. Now his demeanor changes. That's witchcraft. That woman got way too much control mentally on her family. She controlling that whole environment, and it's just off, and it's wrong, and it's just not in balance because she shouldn't be having all that control like that. And the only way you can control your son is by giving him psychedelics. Now he's exposing you. Now we're gonna see how black women, in particular, because I'm speaking of black women, how they're gonna push this under the rug and some kind of way. There's gonna be no accountability for Jada Pinkett Smith once again. So she's not able. So not only is she able to disrespect her husband in public in front of the whole world to see, she's a horrible mother, giving her son drugs, talking down to her husband in front of the whole wide world, teaching your daughter how to hate her own father in front of the whole world, sleeping with your son's good friend, saying you can heal him and having sex with him. That's toxic behavior and that's sick. That is just sick and beyond why any man would even want to even tolerate or put up with that type of toxic behavior from any woman. But I just want y'all to pay attention to how Jada Pinkett Smith, she's bald, got alopecia. See, all of this is a curse. And a lot of our women, unfortunately, are cursed in more ways than one. And baldness has a lot to do with it because there was a time where our women had flowing, long, beautiful hair that will go all the way down to their ass. Beautiful, flowing hair. Because of these horrible attitudes that they have, the way they treat each other, the way they treat us black men, how they treat their children. They're being cursed in more ways than one. And death is the end result of this haughty ass behavior that a lot of our women are displaying. And Jada Pinkett Smith is a haughty ass woman. She's a disrespectful, disgusting, degenerate of a woman. She's a terrible ass individual. And you're watching her morph into a demonic entity right in front of our faces. Just the way her body is shaping and forming, and she's just so skinny and just, and that green ass outfit that she wore, she looked hideous. With that bald head of hers, she looks terrible. She looks demonic. I could never support a woman who goes out of their way to tear her family down in the public eye and then have black women in particular celebrate her and support her. Mm-mm. See, once a lot of black women celebrated the death of Kevin Samuels on their stations and, just all the way around, I was done with the black community. I was done. From that point on, I already made a decision that it's a wrap. You know, Kevin Samuels was trying to save black women and trying to give black women hope and saying that we need black families and we need to build up our families again. At one time, I felt that way on this channel. I felt that way. I wanted to build up black communities, but I realized it takes a group effort to do that. And when you find the fault and the source of where the problem's coming from, and you try to fix that part of it, there's pushback, there's hatred. There's women saying, well, you were raised by a single mother, like that shit is normal, trying to make that shit normal. You were raised by a single mother, so I don't know why men have so much hatred towards women, because he was raised by a single mother, and we're trying to break that fucking curse. Stop trying to make that shit normal and okay. It's not okay. It's going to always be. And it'll be easier for men to come in from the community to help a single mother. If it didn't happen so often, she's a single mother because her husband died. Circumstances called, that, he was, just not he was a horrible man. You know what I'm saying? So we had to get rid of him. And now the community is picking up the slack. See, that's cool. But when you got women who want to be reckless, want to have babies, and get pregnant by loser ass men, but because they got big dicks and they so fine and they on the block and they this and that, you want to have their baby. But then after having a baby, you realize you can't control them. You can't make them do what you want them to do. So now you want a man that you can control and, make them do what you want them to do. You want them to be Captain Save-A-Hole and come not only take care of you, but take care of another man's child. See, we've been programmed for a long time to do that. But a lot of men, even ones raised by single mothers, are realizing that's a bad deal. When you have the government helping you to take money out of men's checks, hardworking men. These aren't the thugs and the men that are out here, hustling and making money, on the grind. These are hardworking men that work every day, and black women over here taking their resources from them via government. That's wrong on so many levels, and you can't make that shit right. Men are getting tired of that, and they see the horrible abuse. And another thing, you can go statistically from the CDC report, black women are dying at alarming rates, but it's not because black men are killing them at alarming rates. They are lying. White men are at the top of that chart for killing white women. They are at the top of that chart. It is not black men killing black women at alarming rates, fellas. I had some stupid black bitch on my last video come into well, anyway, the CDC speaks for itself. You black men, and the FBI is going to be watching your video. Well, I'm here to correct you, you stupid bitch. The CDC report is telling something different. It's white men killing their women at alarming rates. But isn't it funny how white women aren't on no campaign to destroy white men and just come out and just talk bad about them? And they're killing us at alarming rate. They know they're men. But it's funny how every other group of women in America knows black men to be warm, nurturing, loving, more helpful. But y'all don't see none of that. Y'all just want to be rude, obnoxious, terrible. This is why I encourage black men to don't fuck with Jada Pinkett Smiths. Stay away from black women in America. Stay away from them. Don't even speak to them. Because they're terrible. They're looking to cause a problem with you. They're looking for a reason to shoot you and basically, and delete you. Because if you're not giving them your resources and playing along with what they want you to do, then you're no good to them. But I'm telling you, black men, they have never been no good to you. They're useless to you. They don't even respect you. They like Pookie and Ray Rays until they can't do what they want them to do for them. But yet they'll keep having babies with them. But then they want you, good black man, to pick up the slack. Kind of like how Will Smith picked up the slack for that ratchet ass Jada Pinkett Smith. She's a horrible individual. And look at how she ruined her children. They're weird as fuck. Why you would take your royal seed and implant it in something trashy like that? Nah. And we see it, and we're seeing it more and more. So there's really no excuse. There is no excuse to be making this type of mistake, fellas. One thing I do agree with, you should be becoming better. You should be getting your money up. You should be financially developing yourself. You should be working out, if that's your thing. Being healthy as possible. Working, grinding. Leaving these ratchet ass trifling women that don't mean you no good, that just want to just put you on child support and take your resources. Not help you to build them, but take them. You don't need a woman like that. You stay away from trifling ass bitches like that. You don't need them in your life because they're toxic. And it's a generational curse. They train their children, their daughters, to be the same way. Third and fourth, fifth generation of welfare recipient bitches who just want to just take resources. And they ain't even got to be on welfare. They could have jobs. They can be educated. But their main goal is to just disrespect men, take from men because they don't see the value in men. So stop giving them that, man. Stop doing it. Stop being Captain Save-A-Hoes for these ratchet ass women that don't respect you at all. Let them take care of their children that they had with Pookie and Ray Ray. They ain't got nothing to do with you. You can't be listening to Umar Johnson talking about picking up the slack. No, I'm not picking up the slack for some horrible person, some dude I wouldn't even be around in the first place. You had a baby with him? I wouldn't even talk to a dude like that. I wouldn't even befriend a dude like that. But you had a baby with him and you want me to take care of his offspring? No. Nope. You know, it's amazing to me how women don't realize men want to have families, men want their own. Why would men want to get into a relationship, especially if they don't have children themselves? Why would they want to get into a relationship with a woman that already got kids? A kid or kids with another dude. So you mean to tell me if he is a decent father, now I got to deal with him too? I got to deal with this man? Yeah, that's a bad deal. It's not a good deal. Fellas, you are better than that, and you can create your own families. You can create your own families. It's just unfortunate that we have to go somewhere else because you're not going to find it here in the United States. I know you got some men that say, oh, there are good women in here too. And you, of course, you're going to get a bunch of stupid ass women that are going to say that because they think they are good women when in reality they're horrible. And those are the type of women I'm talking about that you need to stay the fuck away from. But you have some men that are delusional and say that, no, you'll find a good woman here. No, you're not. Any woman that believes that men are just innately just horrible and you always siding with a woman, even in her delusion, that ain't a good woman. I mean, because common sense is common sense. And you over here defending that type of ratchet ass behavior, you ain't a good woman. You're not a good woman at all. You part of the problem. You are. You don't have to be necessarily doing it, but just the fact that you see her over there doing it and you are basically, co-signing what she's doing. And when a man is trying to check that shit and saying, no, this ain't cool, you over here defending her. Getting all in a man's face. Ain't nothing you can do with that type of situation. Nothing you can do with women like that. Nothing you can do with those type of individuals. But stop dealing with them. Stop giving them your resources. Stop talking to them. Don't even speak to them. I go as far, I don't even talk to the children that come from there. I don't even deal with the kids. I don't really want to, because a lot of dudes that have that dear mama attitude and I'll always love my mama, I don't even want to even talk to them. You know what I'm saying? Because you ain't going to never be able to reason with them or even talk to them because they going to always be on this women are God campaign. And I ain't dealing with no man that you had that type of mentality. You already lost, bruh. I can't deal with you either. I can't deal with that either. You know what I'm saying? Because to me, that's some bullshit too. But I can't deal with, you got a lot of these men over here, putting black women up on this pedestal that they don't belong on. But look how disrespectful they are to you. They act like white supremacists towards you with their attitudes. And that's why I'm all for just giving them that attitude right back. Don't even speak to them motherfuckers. Walk right past them and don't even speak to them. Don't speak to their children because they train their children to be rude and rotten too. Don't even talk to them. Look at them like the degenerates that they are, the little bastards that they are. We need to start bringing shame back. That shit ain't normal. Be having babies out of wedlock and shit, and and not seeing the men around, and it's just a bunch of women. That shit ain't normal. It's time to start bringing shame back, yo. Like, share, and subscribe, and press that thumbs up. If you're not subscribed to my channel, press that subscribe button. Always press that thumbs up and leave a comment in the comment section and tell me what you think about this ratchet ass Jada Pinkett Smith, who is over here giving her son psychedelics. That woman is demonic and she needs to be stopped. And black women need to stop supporting ratchet ass behavior and not holding themselves and other women that are trifling like that accountable for their actions and how they mistreat their own children. Because a lot of you black women, y'all don't love y'all children. You hate your children because you hate black men so much. You don't even like black men. You go out of your way to talk down about us. We're not making enough money. We're not this. But this is why I encourage black men to start making more money. Yeah, you got to start off somewhere. Go get a job. Go get 2 jobs. If you need to go and get a little education, go do that. Go pick up a trade, whatever. Start making money. Work overtime. Save your money. Work out. And I promise you, those same women that talk down about you, they're going to see your development and they're going to be eyeing you, throwing themselves at you. They're going to come at you. Those same women, as a collective that talk down against black men, are going to be the same ones getting mad when you're ignoring their asses, when you're not giving them the time of day, when you're not paying attention to them. These are the same bitches that talk shit about you. That say, I don't want no, I want a 6-figure man. I want a man that's making over 250,000 a year. But if they see a man that's on his purpose, not being distracted by some stupid ass woman having to pay her child support and shit like that, that automatically draws women like, oh, I have to ruin that some kind of way. But you ain't gonna let them do no shit like that. You ain't gonna even give them the time of day. You gonna get your passport is what you gonna do. And however long it take for you to get your passport, it's cool. As long as it's on its way, it's cool. As long as you done got the process started, brother, and it's on its way. That's something that you can do that's positive for yourself. That's love that you could be showing yourself. Because you getting with a woman who can walk right past you and don't even speak to you, and you over here trying to be nice to her and try to speak to her, and she's rude, her children are rude. Why would you want to date someone like that or try to get with a woman like that? No, you just be rude right back, at them and their children. Let them feel what you're feeling. You're more important than that because see, you're giving them the okay to just treat you like you're a second-class citizen, like you are less than, when you cater to that type of attitude that a lot of black women display towards black men. No, just simply give them back what they give you. And you're going to see how angry they get, how upset they get, and y'all hate black women. No, I just treat y'all the way that y'all treat black men, because it's obvious y'all hate black men, or y'all have a disdain for black men. Well, you think that black men are just going to keep putting up with that? See, eventually it's going to turn. Now you have a lot of black men who have that disdain and hatred. Because see, y'all thought Kevin Samuels hated y'all, hated black women. But Kevin Samuels actually loved black women, you stupid, dumb asses. Y'all some stupid motherfuckers. Worthless. He was trying to save you dumb bitches and trying to get black men to stop hating y'all. Because black men, we start hating y'all now. Like we just see the worthlessness in you, and now we're disgusted by a lot of you. We're just disgusted. There's so many black women that I see now where I'm just totally turned off and just disgusted. Even bitches in my own family. I don't even want them around me. I don't want their children around me. Nothing. My little sister had a baby. I don't want her or her baby around me. She didn't tell me for 6 months that she had a baby or the rest of the family. That's mental to me. Whatever your reasoning were because of that, that was mental. Whatever it was, or you were trying to just get back, or just being evil, whatever it is that you were going through, that's unacceptable. And because you did that, that just lets me know that I don't want you anywhere near me. That's why I'm okay with just pushing your ass off to the side, you and your baby. Because that toxicity, I'm not getting ready to have around me. I'm not going to have that shit around me. You can keep that, you know, keep it over there. I have no problems with pushing dumb bitches out of my life, especially when you mean no, you have no benefit for me at all. You don't benefit me in any kind of way. You're just here to take, not give. That energy, fellas, you don't need. You don't need a woman just wanting to take, and not pour into you. Women are supposed to be helpmates for men. Women are supposed to get on your program, fellas. You don't get on no woman's program. Ain't no equal. When a woman comes into your life to be a mate for you, she is to get on your program. Now, if she wants to work and go to school and all that, that's cool. That's her business. That's something that she wants to do for herself. And there's nothing wrong with that as long as she can still fulfill her duties with you, because she's still going to expect for you to fulfill your duties for her. Because a man is always going to be traditionally the provider, the protector, the one who's supposed to have the most money. And even if he don't have the most money, he's supposed to be the one paying most of the shit. While all the while, the woman keeps all her resources for herself and just gives it to herself and the kids. But the man is to give for the whole entire family, not only for himself, but for her, the kids, the dog, the cat, the house, everything. All the while they get to keep their resources. But they want to be new millennials now, and they don't have to do all the shit that their foremothers did. See, it's cool because a lot of our foremothers worked. They went out and they worked. They had jobs. That shit ain't new. You career women today, that shit ain't new. It's just new how we career now, how we work now. That's new. But our women have always worked outside of the home too. But they knew the importance of coming home and taking care of them. They knew their roles. But y'all call that slavery. So what men are calling the bullshit y'all coming at us with, we calling that slavery too now. Because that's a raw deal. So not you want me to provide, protect, and spend all my resources. Because you claim you don't really need men for nothing, because you can just call 911. You can go to a mechanic. You can, call, you can do all these things where you don't have to have a man in your life per se to do all these things. But the one benefit that a man does have is his resources. So as long as a man is doing that, he's valuable of some sort. But in the process of him giving his resources, you still telling him how much you don't need him, how much he's, how you can do it all on your own, and but he's taking care of you and your children that you didn't have with some other dude. Men are tired of that. Men are not putting up with that anymore, ladies. You can't talk to men like that. You can't talk to men like that anymore. Even the ones that are raised by single mamas, you can't talk to them like that anymore. Men are getting tired of women having that type of attitude. No, you should have a grateful attitude, not an ungrateful attitude. You need to be boasting a man up, because men are real simple. Men are not complicated at all. You women are complicated, but men are not complicated. But you tearing them down like Jada Pinkett Smith does to Will Smith, that is terrible. That is horrible. And that's not the way it's supposed to be. See, Will Smith should have been and got rid of Jada Pinkett Smith. Cut his losses and got rid of that bitch. And he can always move on to do bigger and better things before he get too damn old. You know? But why would you want a woman who is going to constantly tear you down all the while still taking your resources and training your children to be disrespectful to you as well? That's a bad deal. That's a bad fucking deal. This is why I encourage black men to get on your purpose. Build yourself up so these women can see that no, you're not a bum that she tried to make you out to be. No, you're not low budget the way that she tried to make you out to be. You do have class. You do have standards. And no, you're not going to get a traumatized, abusive ass female who trains her children to shoot you and antagonize you, and her mama to antagonize you so they can delete you. I'm telling black men to protect themselves. I'm telling black men that no, you're not gonna put up with no stupid ass woman that will have that type of mentality. You are gonna stay away from them type of women. You're gonna at all costs, you're gonna do what you need to do to avoid these type of women. You're gonna do your part by staying away from them. So they can't say that you doing this to them and you doing that to them and you're bothering. No, you're staying away from them because you realize how toxic they are. But you are gonna get your gun permit. You are gonna go to the shooting range and you're gonna practice. You're gonna continue to build yourself up financially. Because you ain't gonna be no dude that's, you ain't gonna be no Carlisha Hood around here and bring her rotten ass little bastard child to come and delete you. Because we're so emotionally abused as men that we have nervous breakdowns and want to start attacking women in public. That's crazy. You don't let no woman take you to that point. You just avoid them and you stay away from them. But I will say this, you protect yourself, fellas. And now you got black women over here wanting to just push your buttons. And the government is allowing them to do it. No, 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 fellas. If you got to take one of them out and their children, do it. Self-preservation is the first rule of nature. First rule. And a lot of black women are acting like they are our enemies in the worst way possible. And what do you do with a threat like that? You get rid of it. You get rid of it. But we're going to be wise and we're going to avoid these bitches. We're going to stay away from them and their children. We ain't going to be no, well, I'm, the boys club and I want to be a big brother and nope. Nope. You made your bed, now lie in it. You got the government to help you. You the one that wanted to have a baby with Pookie and he had got 20 other kids, probably with one of your friends. I'm pretty sure y'all share the same baby daddy. All the while the good black men are going somewhere else to make families. That's what a lot of us are doing. We're not dealing with you American black women anymore. We're not dealing with Jada Pinkett Smiths anymore. We're not dealing with baby mamas anymore. Just like you guys decided that y'all don't want to deal with broke ass men and men that don't want to, fund your lifestyles. We say have at it. Go get it. Go do it. But black men over here are going to better themselves and go find the women that better suits them and create and make families with them. That's it and that's all. Like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you all on the next video. Shalom.